In this video, I'm going to turn the mobs into mutants, but as they are very dangerous monsters, I'm going to create a safe base for each of them. Right up front, I can see an ocean, and the first mob I'm going to transform will be a tropical fish. I'm here with the fish, and I'm going to turn it into a piranha. The first thing I'm going to do is erase all its sides, starting by adding the body, another part, and one last part of the body. Add the back, an eye for our fish, an eyebrow. The other eye, another eyebrow. Create the top of the fish's head, the bottom, and add the mouth. After doing that, add the teeth, larger teeth in the front and others on top. Add a fin on the left side, another on the right, one more at the back, and on the right side, add a tail and the tail fin. This fish is a piranha, but I'm also going to make it inspired by the lanternfish, so I'm going to add the handle and the lantern, and this animation of our fish standing still, swimming and attacking. Before I add it to Minecraft, I need to take a safety measure. I'm going to create a secure base for it so that it doesn't harm anyone, because otherwise something like this could happen. So our secure base will be a giant aquarium. Now I need to dig it down. I've planned the entire area of our habitat so we can build the aquarium. Alright, I've excavated all the soil, and now I have to do the same for the stone. With what's left, I managed to get some iron, so I'll place this crafting table on the ground, and I'll make a furnace to heat up this iron, and I'll make 2 iron buckets. After that, I'll come to the front and get 2 buckets of water, and now I'll create an infinite water source. I filled the entire aquarium with water. I'll surround it with blocks to prevent any water leakage. I'll get sand to make glass to create the panel for our aquarium, and the color I'm going to use for our panel will be cyan blue. Fortunately, in this biome, there are some flowers right up front with this color. Let's get all these flowers, and I'll put them to melt in our furnace. First, I'm going to turn all of this into dye, and I'll surround everything with this glass. I kept adding all the glass to the aquarium. It's done. Our aquarium is complete. So, I've finished all the decorations for our scene. Now I'm going to make black concrete. Just put them here in the water, and I can get it now. Now I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to fill everything here with black concrete. Now our aquarium is done. So I made all the decorations for our scene. I added sand, fish, and also seaweed. And the piranhas are right here in the front. Let me come here and get them. Here's a couple of piranhas. So, let's grab this one and this one. They're kind of aggressive, hitting me, so let me put on my chest plate. And I'll leave them here for now and open a hole here where they're quite aggressive. Now I'm going to bring these 2 piranhas inside. I managed to bring 1 piranha inside. So come over here now, you have to bring the other. Alright, I managed to bring the 2 piranhas inside, so let's close this area with glass as well before they run out. So let's close it here, and to make it look nice, I'll plant a tree here and use some bone meal for it to grow. And our piranha habitat is ready. But this was just the first one. Now let's create another mob, stepping a bit out of our ocean. We'll find a sniffer right up front because it will be the next one. Imagine how cool it's going to be. A mutant sniffer. Here's our sniffer. I'm going to turn it into a more specific dinosaur, a triceratops. Start by adding a foot, another cube diagonally. It has 6 legs, so add 1 more cube, another one, and 1 more. We have to do this 4 more times. Add the body of the sniffer with some leaves. Make a smaller cube at the back and add some leaves. 1 on top, 1 on the left side, another, and 1 more on top. Repeat on the other side, adding more leaves. After that, I'm going to add its tail. So I add a cube, another smaller one, and some feathers. Once I've started, I'll create the head. Add another cube, the leaves, and others on the sides. Add the sniffer's head, the mouth, the lower part of the mouth, the teeth, and more teeth. After doing that, I make it more rounded, and it's already looking great. But now I'll also add an eyebrow. So put a cube diagonally, another one straight, and a detail on the eyebrow. The same thing on the other side. A cube diagonally, another straight, and a drawn one because it got an eyebrow design. Add a horn and another on the right side. This is our sniffer animation. When it's still, it lies down. When it's running, it attacks. I'll have to clear this whole area up front to create the sniffer's location. But first, let me mark out how I think it's going to be. Since the sniffer is a giant prehistoric animal, it's going to need a large path. So the habitat will extend up to here. Now let me open this. It's going to be the entrance to our habitat. To fill the ground, I'll use some dirt, and I'll put it in the middle to create some variation. I'll open some holes like this and fill them up. I've done all the scene decoration. I'll grab some leaves up front. After getting the leaves, I went to the nether, and right up front we have some leaves that we can use, like this block, which is perfect for the sniffer's floor. I'll grab some wood. Now I'll fill the entire floor with this nicer block, placing it in various places, and it matches the sniffer's color perfectly. After that, I'll break this block and start putting down this much prettier one. I built the entire wall using blue trees, yellow concrete, leaves, and netherrack. I'm just finishing by adding the last few leaves here, and our habitat is ready. I just need to do a few more things, like decorating with some mushrooms and flowers, so let's put them in this corner. It looks perfect. Right up front, we can find 2 sniffer couples. Let's grab these 2 sniffers and take them to our habitat. Look at how cute they are. Let's bring them inside. It's done. I hope they really like their new home and their habitat is complete. Now, let's move on to our next mob, and the next one we're going to transform is the squid. To turn the squid into a mutant, I decided to take inspiration from the Kraken, the monster of the Seven Seas. Start by adding the Kraken's tentacle, the first part of the leg, another tentacle, and a bunch more tentacles. I'll repeat this several times, and after that I'll add that little plate that surrounds our Kraken and add some more details around it. After that, I'll, so to speak, create the body of our Kraken. We need to make the head, so I'll go up one cube, add an eyebrow, the Kraken's head, a cube diagonally, another diagonally to the right, and one more cube in the middle. That's it. The Kraken is done. This is its animation, when it's still swimming and attacking. However, when it attacks, it will be different. It will pull you underwater, and our Kraken is complete. It's underwater, so I have to be careful because when it starts doing that, it begins pulling me. My goodness, get out of here. My goodness, he almost took me away. I think this is the perfect moment for me to catch him because he's emerging from underground. So let's go here with our rope and catch him and take him to our habitat. We're almost back at our base, and I won't create a habitat for our octopus because I already have this huge aquarium that can fit more than just our piranha. Let me clear the path. I'll create a fence and leave him here for now. I have to enter here because I need to make a territory division. One side will have the piranha and the other will have the squid. I've divided it in half. That's how it's going to be. Now I'll open up a space to put the squid in. Isn't it bizarre? In reality, I have a pet Kraken. This is crazy when you think about it, but you know what's even crazier? Over 90% of the people who watch the channel aren't subscribed. I'll create some slabs here to put the Kraken inside and make a little pathway like this. Let's use the lasso to pick him up and take him inside. So Kraken, this will be your new home. I really hope you like it. Now I'll just close this glass here and we're on to the next one. Right up ahead we have the Enderman, and it's the next mob I'm going to transform into an evolved one. This little guy is already eerie, so just imagine how mutant he's going to look. I'll start by adding the Enderman's little foot. Now, a piece of the leg and the other part. After that, I need to do the other side, so I add another cube just like the other one diagonally, and the first part of the skin. Finally, I finish with the second part. Add the waist, the body, and let's make the arm. I add a big cube and an even bigger one, and then I just make the hand with some fingers. To make the hand on the other side, I do the same thing. A big cube, another even bigger one, and the hands. Finally, I add the Enderman's head. This is the animation of the Enderman when he's still. When he's attacking, it looks like he's dusting something off, and when he's running. Now let's go and create his habitat. To make the Enderman biome, I'll trim these vines with scissors. Now we need to go to the end. I'm here in the end because I need to gather some end stone. I've collected a good amount of end stone. After that, I'll destroy this nether portal. Now I'll mark the area. Since the Enderman isn't a very large mob, this size is perfect. I've filled everything with end stone, and it's more or less done. Now I'll make end stone and place it in some random spots. There you go, it looks quite nice. I went back to the end and picked up some obsidian, then built some obsidian towers. Now it's ready. I'll create my nether portal here, and it fits perfectly with this biome. Take a look. Now, the only thing left to do is to bring the new Endermen, and they're right here in front. Let me capture them with my lasso and bring them back to our base. Now, let's move on to the next one. I'm here in the swamp biome because the next mob I'm going to transform is the zombie. To turn the zombie into a mutant, I'll draw inspiration from the mutant creatures mod. Let's start by adding a part of the leg, the shorts. After completing one leg, we need to do the other, so I add another piece of the leg and one on top. With that done, let's work on the body. I add a cube diagonally and another larger one on top, also diagonally. Now it's time to create the arm. I add another cube and extend the arm, and then a smaller stump. Let's add some finger details. After doing this, we need to create the other hand. I add another cube, another smaller one, and a hand with some fingers. Now let's make the head. I add a part of his head, the top teeth, and finalize it by adding more teeth. This is the animation of our zombie, standing, running, and attacking, where it gives you a punch right on top of your head. To create our next habitat, let's start right here. I've already built the path, and I'll create some coarse dirt to mark the location for our zombie habitat. I think this size should work well. I'll alternate between regular dirt and coarse dirt, creating a small slope. Upon further consideration, this size seems a bit small, so we'll need to expand it a bit. Since this is the zombies area, I'm creating some small graves here. With these graves done, I'm heading to the jungle biome to gather some of these trees. I'll pick up some stripped ones and some regular ones. I'm now in the desert to collect some dead bushes for our decoration. I'll also pick up some cacti to make glass. I'll place these dead bushes on the ground. With that done, I'll start filling the area around here with these jungle wood blocks, and our zombie habitat is complete. Let's head back to the swamp biome to retrieve our new zombies. Right in front of us are the two new zombies, and we'll bring them to their new habitat. We're almost there, and we just need to place them inside. Oops, one got away. Let's close this off with this green glass, and the zombie habitat is finished. We've created all the